So today we're going to be playing a pretty popular deck, at least in my games, and that is Imperial Formation with soldiers. Now we haven't actually gotten around to trying out Bacala yet, despite having a nice premium one, which is I quite like the art on. So we haven't actually got around to trying Bacala yet, so I figured we'd do this soldier deck. And basically what we're going to do is use a bunch of soldier engines, and then pay off with stuff like Nausicaa Sergeant and Illusionist and things later on in the game. So it should be pretty interesting. I think it's a pretty good deck, like quite good. We've seen a lot of people playing it, so I want to try it out. So we have Bacala as our top card here. Resilience, Deploy, Spawn, Fleet, and Marine. Marine's really good. And then we have the Order here to boost 2 units and swap their positions, which helps protect certain things you want alive. If the opponent's playing movement effects, you can deal with it. And just both having the Marine and the Fleet is pretty good. In fact, as Resilience, you can carry over like 4 points that way. It's very useful. Oh, I should mention we're playing Crystal Skull here. They're playing the War Council tactic, so this helps us look for the cards we want. We get a free battle preparation, which can have resilience. We can carry that over too, which helps protect something like a light cavalry later on, which is pretty useful. And we have battle stations. Battle stations is amazing. You play 2 cards from your hand. If you're in a perfect world, you can probably play 2 Marines and just watch your points skyrocket. But we'll see how that actually works out. It's just really flexible and really good. Then we have Heatwave and Erendite, then our neutral cards. We're having Heatwave just because we need to answer stuff. We're playing Erendite because with things like battle stations, Bacala, and our leader charges, we can really get an early advantage and take over with the Erendite boosting. So these 2 are really good. We're playing Jan Kalwait. He helps us set our deck up. After playing the Tactics Ball deck, I wanted to experiment a bit more with Jan Kalwait in non-pure tactics decks. So that's what we're doing here, right? We have like 7 tactics in Jan. Maybe it's 6 tactics. I think I reduced it or upped it to 7, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yes, 7. So I wanted to try that a little more. So we're doing it again here. I think it's really helpful. And then we have Ramon, just to make our soldier. We have Vilgefortz. We have Vilgefortz and Heatwave for like tall punishing. And then we have an Erendite maybe later, depending how big it gets. Those are pretty useful. We're playing 2 Nausicaa Sergeants, just because Nausicaa Sergeant is so strong, especially if you end up losing round 1. If you end up losing round 1, you can get a big problem where your Erendite just doesn't increase. But opening with like a Nausicaa Sergeant really helps in round 2, so I like having 2. Although I think I have seen people playing 1. It's kind of hard to say though. Sometimes they might, well, I wouldn't say they didn't draw it because they have Jan Kalwait in their deck. So yeah, I think they're only playing 1. Sometimes I like playing 2. We have Assassination. We have 2 Alba Armor Cavalries. Again, this could be another one of if you wanted to. You can get some provisions for a different card that way. But I like having the access to locks. Just locking opponents' stuff is really good. And in a mirror match, like if we end up playing a mirror match, because I've seen a lot of this decks, it's likely, we have more locks for their Marines, which could help out. Like I said, there's the Marine. It's really good. Once you play Jan Kalwait, you know the order of the cards in your deck. So if you just want to spam points, you pick the top card of your deck because you know what that is, and the Marine goes crazy. Especially with the Zeal in order, you can use it the same turn you get it, which is really helpful because it goes up to 6 right away and it's hard to kill, so Imperial Marine's super strong. The 2 Slave Drivers for whichever we need, like feel like we need at the time. Pretty good card. Like if you want more engines, you go for the Marine. I think a lot of time we'll be going for Nausicaa Sergeants though. But going for a Marine isn't too bad either, just because you can use your leader or use the War Council, use the Bacala to strengthen it up and get that engine going. Same thing with Light Cavalry. Light Cavalry just does a bunch of damage. Light Cavalry is worse against people who aren't playing units, but it's pretty good against people who are playing units, like engines, and you want to answer them. If you go first and like double Light Cavalry, that's like 4 damage a turn, which most engines won't be able to survive. Then we have the Diplomacy and the Tourney Jousts, just our tactics here, they're pretty good. And the Illusionists. I do want to mention the Heavy Cavalry, because I think if you don't want to play the tactics, you go with Heavy Cavalry, just because with Crystal Skull, which we are running, it's amazing. In Crystal Skull, this guy is so much value, but we're not playing into him right now, just because I think that would have to be one of these slots. I think I'd rather have the tactics for Jan. So that's the card to mention. The other one to mention is, where are you, Crossbow? The Crossbowman's pretty good too. Like it does a lot of ping damage over time. Especially if you're doing a lot of Ardfen like Cavalries and Crossmen together, you can really just kill everything. So that's another thing to consider. But anyway, that's the deck we're going with. I'm pretty sure it's good, and let's go play some games to see just how well it does. Going up against Inspired Zeal, probably Mutagenerator Siege. The deck seems pretty popular. As in, I don't know what else we've seen with Inspired Zeal. Oh, there was some weird deck someone played on me the other day, but I don't remember what it was exactly. Ideally, we get a Battle Stations here. Ideally, we get a Battle Stations. We're going second, so these two are actually pretty useful. I think we'll put you back for now. We definitely don't need two of these, though. So Jan Kalway. No Battle Stations here. Means with his setup, he might take round one, which would be... I mean, there's only ever one answer to Mutagenerator. There's nothing else in the game in his deck will be a bigger problem than that. The only problem is Erland doesn't get bigger here, but I think we just have to kill that. He will get a lot of tempo on us, though. Yeah.
I pass on every 10th round.
We have Assassination, but we really want to start getting our Erland bigger. So we'd either go Jan or a tempo play with Ramon. Kind of like going tempo with Ramon here. It does spend one of our bigger cards, but we want to pressure on even and get Erland going. And locking this down is probably a good start, because I think he's looking to winch it. So let's do that. Obviously, we can go Marine too, but I want to play Jan first so we know what the top card of our deck is. It's the Onager. Yeah, he's going to definitely hit that. But we have some good armor here. Can't lock this guy. We can go Jan, or we can go for an engine card. Let's do this guy. And we'll boost him by 1 just because he's probably running a bombardment, and bombardment is pretty decent here. We want to stay ahead on even, so we'll take the leader charge. We definitely want to play Jan. I think the thing is we could have played Jan there, but I think we want to develop this engine because I don't think this guy's going to want to let us just win the round. Peller, it's fine. It's going to hit us. Yeah. We do have another elbow armor cavalry, which we could play here. We can go with Jan. I think what we'll do is go here and do this. So we have to keep in mind if he has like amphibious assault or something, we can trigger this warfare, which would be a little annoying, and then hit our light cavalry again. Yep, it's pretty much exactly what I said was going to happen. He didn't ping it there. He might lead her just for RNG ping. I don't think so. This is a pretty big assassination because it lets our light cavalry kill it off. And this is something we definitely want to be killing off. That'll help out a lot. We could go for a battle stations off of our war council if we feel like we need it. But right now we're doing a pretty good job controlling everything with order, so the Onager is not doing an insane amount. Yeah, there's a winch. Can't say we're surprised by that. Oh, he did ping it off there. Pretty sure we're going for our Marine. Our top card will be Bakala. Let's get that boosting. Just hit that guy with a tourney joust. It's looking pretty good for us so far. If he plays anything else within order, we do have one more elbow armored cavalry left. Like right there, we can lock that guy. Pretty sure we've secured this round. We'll bleed him round 2. So we carry over the War Council, try and get rid of the Siege, carry over his Amphibious Assault. Don't really want to play War Council because it forces us to play one of these cards. I guess we could play Erland without too much problem. Reaver Scout's a big play here for him. We'll go in with the War Council. He's ahead now. Could War Council for Erendite. Or we could War Council for... I don't really want to play... We can't play Battle Stations, Erendites, or Valhalla. I think we'll just go in here and War Council the Erendite.
Present them 2 scabbardless swords.
Without more orders, like, would have played Demavend slash Far's Vengeance earlier in the round, so I can't imagine this is anything I'll give enough tempo. Now we just force out Siege and we basically win the game. Because he has no Mutagenerator carryover. And we have stuff like Nausicaa round 3. Actually, don't really want Nausicaa now. Then again, we do have Battle Stations with no bronzes. We can go Battle Stations double Nausicaa round 3. That'd be pretty good. So we'll draw Vilgefort's Nausicaa Sergeant next. Which means this round we have Bakala and Erendite to play. But Bakala puts a lot of pressure on him. We know our top card is going to be the Vilgeforts here. So we'll get this guy going. And I think we will just let that go. Could have spammed out the War Council order here, but I don't want to make the Marine too tall right away at least. He might be playing a tall removal. Doesn't look like Devotion because we didn't see a Carrick Marine. So I'm pretty sure he has a Heat Wave in there. And we also saw this pellet, right? Pretty sure he does have a Heat Wave in there. We don't want to like immediately boost this thing to 11 points from Heat Wave. We'll make him think about it. So next turn we Erendite whatever he has. Potentially, or we just go into War Council. Right, there's the Oneiromancy. And there's Ansace. Gonna Zeal it. Probably kill our Marine. It's pretty good to get rid of that. We could Erendite here. Could Erendite here. Maybe we should have boosted up, but I was worried about a Heat Wave. It's over on Sace. This is 10. Let's see. We could actually just play this Nausicaa Sergeant to bleed him. I think we will. It's not great, but like, what else are we gonna do? We'll use this here. We can carry over the Bakala order, and then we can Erendite still if we want to. It's down 7. We really want him to play the Siege. Looks like he thinks he doesn't have to yet. I think we'll Erendite next. This is going to be for the Zeal, right? I think we'll play this here. Get rid of that so we can't Reaver Scout if he has it. Use a leader charge here. And I think we will also use this. Just pressure him really hard. And then we'll pass because we have battle stations. But this should force him to play Siege if he's holding it. Otherwise he's going to go down a card. Theoretically, he should. Unless he has something really big in his hand, like Demavend. Actually, I don't know if Demavend's big enough here either. He'd have to get something big tempo off of it. But this should force Siege or us up a card. In theory. And the fact that the Oneiromancied for not Siege tells me it's in his hand. Either that or he doesn't have it yet. There's a Temple. Temple's pretty good for him here. Okay, it'll let him win, but he'll go down 2 cards. Or not down 2 cards, he'll go down a card. Because he'll shuffle these back, he can replay on Sace with this with carryover, which is really good. Oh no, he didn't win a round yet. It doesn't shuffle. Oh, that's really good for us then. I forgot this, it was round 2, I just kind of forgot this didn't transform yet. We'll do our pass here. This is like a +2 boost, which is pretty bad. So he needs tempo somewhere. This is +2, draw the card you want. The card he wants has to get him 14 though. I guess 12 because he has a leader if he just needs 2 points. Demavend would do it. I'm not sure what else. He can't Rafard's Vengeance because he have 2 cards. Yeah, I was thinking that since it was round 2, this would transform. He shuffle the on Sace and the fleet back would be pretty good. Okay. So he has to Demavend. It's good to get rid of that. It does mean he'll probably draw Siege. Well, he banished Gerhardt, so big tempo Gerhardt here. He banished Gerhardt. He must have not enough siege. He must have like only siege engines, or I don't know. Why banish Gerhardt? That's weird. So he's Oneiromancy to get his siege. We'll draw into Nausicaa and like another bronze we'll play. I mean, this is pretty good. Battle stations into these 2. Then play. Yeah, this looks pretty good. He does have like siege. He's gonna have like siege, Oneiromancy for something in our siege engine. But the problem for him is like Demavend's gone, Ansace is gone, without Temple on it. Like, he might have. It's probably like Siege Rafard's Vengeance would be his best setup here. But we have Vilgefortz Rafard's Vengeance and he's out of leaders. So if he plays Rafard's Vengeance, it's not using its order. Yeah, that's not using its order.
It's not about why. It's about why not. I'm a gentleman.
And he doesn't have a siege, so.
Quite the menial task.
Alright, giving him an Onager is honestly not amazing, but it means he can't use Rafard's Vengeance. And I don't think he can beat our like battle stations bang bang, and then we'll draw into another slave infantry. So we'll probably draw into slave infantry. There's the Gerhardt. So he must have made a Gerhardt off of the temple then. Let's go Nausicaa Sergeant. And this is going to be a ton of tempo. That should just win the game. Like, this is going to be casting contest, probably. But he can't... Like, he could go... Like, his best card would be Landsknecht, but it won't be boosted. So he'd, like, Landsknecht, order for 1, casting contest 3. Okay, that's exactly what he's going to do. But this is his best play I think he has left, but I don't think it's going to be enough. I mean, I know it's not going to be enough. We have 2 cards left. Alright, well, he's just going to pass. Or not pass, he's going to forfeit. Fair enough. First Sign Ritual. It's probably the Svalblod Sove deck. That's pretty good. At least we drew battle stations. That will help. Don't think we need both of these guys right now, and I don't think this is particularly helpful against the deck. The Nausicaa back, though, we'll stack that with Jan. Because we don't want to play it this round, so it's better to have 2 locks than that card we can't play. Well, don't want to play. It's probably a better way to put it. Well, this is not a bad assassination target, but we need to get ahead with our... for our Erendite, so I think we just go battle stations. So we'll use that to play the assassination. Or we can play... You know, we could go assassination, illusionist to get the guy back. Pretty sure that works.
I never miss.
And then he... Oh, this is a good one. This transforms right away. He discarded that one. Don't mind seeing that in that graveyard. Illusionist Tempo Slam. Right there. There's the Maloo scene. Do we Heatwave that, or we Heatwave Svalblod later? That's going to be our question. I think we Heatwave this now. To stop carryover shenanigans and its engine value. Because we can always Erendite the Svalblod later. Could go for a lock. I think going for a lock here is the safe play. We do have Attorney Joust for a 4-power card, like another one of these. And then we can do Diplomacies just for value. See what we get from them. We still have to play Jan. Oh, he's going to set his deck up here. We'll set our deck up too then. I was just saying we have to play Jan still, so we'll play him.
Haven't got all day.
Haven't got all day. You okay? You're the one who's taking a while here, buddy. Just make sure we clicked that. Yeah, we did. So what are we waiting for? Alright, he's gonna play one of his big cards, I suppose. No, we're just going with that. We hit that Attorney Joust every time. Guess he wants an Ironmancy. Okay, there's the Svalblod now, I guess. Interesting. I think we just Slave Driver lock. Yeah, we Slave Driver lock this. And I think we'll take the value here on this too. That should get us ahead by 1. As it does. Oh, we probably should go with the Ramon in this round too, if he's going to play down to 0, but I didn't think he was going to. I want this for Nausicaa's in this matchup, I think. And we have these two coming up. But with this down and locked, I don't think he has many tempo plays left. Like, he could Sove. We got 4 guys for Sove. He'd win the round then. Maybe we should have leadered again so he couldn't Sove us. Okay, we'll just take the win. Uneven here. It's pretty good. The Nausicaa's and our Ramon are going to be kind of dead. Well, not dead, but they won't be, like, get full value here. Excuse me. So let's take a look at what we've got then. This should be Nausicaa. We just wait and draw those round 3 with Ramon. So we actually keep this hand and just play these. Excuse me. That's what we're going to do. We're going to keep the hand and just play what we've got. So we go Bacala. Let's get this Marine going. We did hit the 50-50 on which Nausicaa was on top. There's his defender. We could Vilgefortz that. I don't really want to Vilgefortz it though, because then we don't have a way to kill something like Sigvald. We don't have access to a lock. This sees Nausicaa, then one of these 5 cards. 6 cards with a Slave Driver there too.
Haven't got all day.
Just play a Diplomacy, I guess.
Loot! Loot!
We'll infuse this person. Let's see what he puts behind his defender. Yeah, there's the Svalblod. Let's remove this. I think we pressure here since we have Vilgefortz. My guess is he's going to revive this defender, though. He's going to go for the setup here. Thing is, I think we need Vilgefortz around 3. Let's go with War Council. It should get, other than Nausicaa, I'm going to say something good. This is the best possible one. We just lock the Svalblod. He's going to purify the Svalblod, but this will give us some time at least. Because he has to play a Purify turn here. He loses 3 of the value from the bleeding. I guess at least I'm pretty sure he'll have a Purify. Oh, maybe not. C3. I mean, that's pretty good. Gotta get those Nilfgaard buffs by making everything say non-neutral instead of faction-specific. That was a couple patches ago now, wasn't it? It was really helpful, Nilfgaard. Not sure we want to play Vilgefortz here. You might just let him win the round. But if he boosts the Draco Turtle right now, we'll Vilgefortz it. If he doesn't, we won't. I'll pass. Got 2 resiliences. Yeah, we'll just give him the pass here. He can't revive now with the Fukusha round 3. He has to have Singer if his right, and that's it. And we have a Vilgefortz. And then we have triple Nausicaa. Point Slam. This should be pretty good for us. We got Nausicaa, and Erland. Like, that's a really good hand. Got Tall Removal, Control, / Point Slam, and triple Nausicaa Sergeant. I mean, this is an amazing hand. We got 3 leaders, and then these carried over. I have trouble seeing him winning this. This is basically exactly what we wanted to do. Game plan executed. Yeah, then this is Svalblod, we Vilgefortz it. Draco Turtle, we still Vilgefortz it, right? We can't revive a defender because it got doomed and banished itself. We can't bring this back unless he's, he doesn't have Fukusha anymore. We could just Vilgefortz this thing right now. It's almost enough to kill it, honestly. Let's just go Ramon.
History shall remember the art of being.
My blade. I trust you have sharpened.
Let's go for that. We can use Bakala to dodge Igni if he's playing it, which he isn't. Let's give these guys swap a Runid. Yeah, this Vilgefortz is just gonna kill him. He might Iris it, which would be pretty funny. Yeah, this is gonna be one of those GG Vilgefortzes. That should be it. We have 16-point Erland and 6 value leader charges left. Really got to execute our game plan there. Although we did have a little bit of help off that War Council getting a lot.
Don't make me laugh.
Going up again. Deadeye Ambush Traps. Definitely want these 2. It's nice to see those so we can answer potential Heist shenanigans. Get rid of Angus and Vanadane. We still need to win round 1 though, and hopefully force out the sim loss. The sim loss round 3 is probably still too strong for us to take if it's a short round. So we gotta win this round. And bleed round 2, hopefully get rid of the sim loss. That's a pretty small opener there. We have no battle stations and no way to get battle stations, which is going to hurt us a little bit. So I think we'll just go Alba here. This is probably the best card he has to lock. It's like small enough. It gets enough value that it's worth locking, but not something that he'd want to replay with Heist if he's playing it. And now we can go Tourney Joust this one. Stay ahead. Look at this Marine going soon. Who's going to purify that? Sure.
Now we will see who is weak.
I feel like Jan is good here. I would like to set up this guy, so we could go Ramon him. We'll go Jan here.
Onward, sons of Nilfgaard.
If he plays another card, we'll go Ramon. I think he will play another card, but just in case he doesn't, because it could just be spamming out the stratagem just because he's going to pass. Traps. Figures. See, Ramon here is probably good. We might go into Pitfall. Let's see. Go pick this Marine. Alright, what do we think's on top of our deck? I'm going to go with Bacala because we played Ramon. Or, Jan. Oh, look, we were right. Amazing. And that just ends the round. Now he's playing at least one trap. He might be playing the Heist and just didn't draw it yet. That could be what's going on here. Do our battle stations now. I don't think we want to Tourney Joust. So we'd go like battle stations this. It's fine. Let's keep this hand. Top card of our deck should be the Nausicaa Sergeant. We didn't draw that. It's worth keeping this on top, by the way, just because we have so many 5% cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That it makes the Marine a lot better if we just don't draw that second Nausicaa Sergeant. Could have shuffled something top, I suppose. Let's go Bacala. And pick the Nausicaa Sergeant. Yep, there's the Heist. We have answers to his heisting. And I think we'll just go with the second Marine now. So we have Heatwave, Angus, and Vanadane. And we can also Erendite them. Like, none of them are gonna stick. Honestly, this is probably his tallest card. But if we go Vilgefortz, we have a chance to ruin him by making him mill the card we want. But if we mill a card that's good for him, like if we mill out the Vanadane, he could then play it. So I think it's safest just to Heatwave it. And then Erendite the other one. Just because there's a chance, well, we can Vilgefortz the second one. There's just a chance that if he has Vanadane in his deck, we mill it out with Vilgefortz, then we lose. Not necessarily lose, he wouldn't get the deploy. It'd be the same as if he played it, but like, why risk it?
Will not be heard.
It's much better to Vilgefortz later in the round, because it gives us a chance to mill the sim loss. I think we hold battle stations for double Nausicaa round 3. Infuse that. This probably gives us a slave driver. It didn't give us a slave driver. That's interesting. We'll take the tourney joust here. We should force the sim loss. We're so far ahead. We actually just might win, but if he's got Vernacio / Isengrim, he still has some play left here. Getting a trap. Probably deception, right? Probably deception. Let's put this guy ranged. This is gonna get us here, but like he's gonna get this off. That's okay. He needs his tall removals. So a trap and an elf. My guess is we're gonna pick like Isengrim / Vernacio, and then this is still deception, so maybe serpent. We're not gonna play a special though.
Never relent, never surrender.
We just play around the serpent trap by not playing a special. Okay, we've got that one. And it locked itself. That was amazing.
Blue Mountains!
We could Vilga Forts here. There's a decent chance it'll mill the sim loss if it's not in his hand. Now that he's played a couple more elves. I think we want to go for that.
An interesting choice.
Didn't get it.
I buy that.
But he also can't keep playing Reordain. We'll pass now. He needs either double tall removal, or he needs sim loss and a tall removal, but we're not gonna play into Serpent Trap or Deception. There goes the two Waylays. Deception gets him pretty close to us in all honesty. We do have a lot of carryover though.
Onward, Fryhead!
There's the Deception. He could win with leaders. I think we just pass. I think it's the safe play. Like I think he needs to sim loss or use all of his leader charges. And neither of those are too bad for us because we still get a card advantage. He doesn't have the best setup for round 3. Like he could probably preserve. Well, we get what? We get 3 points and he takes a damage during our turn. So that's 4. He would need 21 points to win the round here. I think he can do it without sim loss. Especially if he's got Vernaciel or Isengrim. But we'll see. Yeah, there's Vernaciel. Missed our shield, which is a little unfortunate. You need our leader, I think. Yeah, that should do it. He still has his sim loss play. Still has a sim loss play, but we're up a card. Double last say. That might be enough. So we're gonna go battle stations, double Nausicaa. Depends how much removal he has. We do have carryover here. I'd really like to find slave drivers rather than these. There's one. Guess he didn't draw the sim loss. GG. Or he drew too many Waylays. He just drew like something he didn't want in his hand there. Pincer maneuver. This is probably Priestess, I would guess. Priestess is I've seen a few Priestess decks lately. We want Illusionist. I think we would rather have Assassination. Lock. Put this back. I guess we don't really want the Illusionist. Go battle stations into these two, maybe? I think I do actually want the Assassination, so keep this. We don't have Jan, but like our hand's good enough. We don't really need him here. We'll probably draw him off of the battle stations anyway. Do we want to just open with Ramon? It's a very high tempo play. I think we do. We'll play this. The only thing is we don't actually have the Jan, but we know he's really close to the top of our deck, so we'll just pick him. He'll be really close to the top of our deck, and I'll put him into War Council range. Do we want to lock that? Yeah, we do. We do want to lock that. It's an interesting card. I wonder if this is a Golden Necker deck. No, it's not. So we have to watch out for King Rognar then, for sure. King Rognar would be kind of a problem. Do we want to go Marine or Light Cavalry against this? I think we'll just keep playing Marines.
If it bleeds, we can kill it. If not, we can probably...
So we're doing some kind of dual shenanigans, maybe? I think he's trying to set something up with Unsace, potentially. Don't know too much. I think we just drop this guy in our range throw, or we go battle stations. I think we go battle stations. No, we don't go battle stations, because that would draw us our, Jan. We just hold the battle stations. We just play this guy range. Goodness. So let the Marines do their thing. He has some tempo to overcome here. A lot of it. We have a lot of engines ticking.
Diplomacy is dignified work. My arse.
In all honesty, it's probably used as a priestess deck with this to thin, but I'm not too sure. It's a little odd. When things are odd, you definitely want to win round one. No, it's a King Rognar thing, yeah.
Fight for the Emperor and you might be freed.
I think we'll take a second one of these.
The Emperor shall be proud of
Could have taken a Marine there, but I like having the pings, especially just playing decks with shields. There's a Snowdrop. So he's gonna leader that thing for sure. Guess we might have to heat wave it. I don't want to. Could go Vilgefortz. We didn't play Jan though. We could just play a Plank War Council and get whatever we get. If he leaves it at 8, we can kill it. He's not gonna leave it at 8. He's gonna go up to 10. Because if it was at 8, we could move both of these guys, like swap these guys and do 4 damage. But we can't, because he's gonna do this. Do we think he's playing Troll Porter? Good question. I don't think so. We don't have any allied Witchers right now, though. I guess he could transform this now. There's a swap. Could just play the War Council. I don't hate it. I think I'd rather hit this with Assassination, though. Yeah, so it's Traveling Priestess. Just with some interesting choices. What if there's Melitally too? So that's at 7. If we get something off of War Council that could get us reach, like Joust, we might take it. Let's take the Joust here. This guy'll take some damage. If he's got teleportation, we feel pretty sad. There's the Erland.
Not marauders.
I think we have to play the Aaron Knight here and get rid of this guy. We can kill Erland, which secures the round. I think that is worth doing. So we'll just get rid of the Erland real quick. And go to round 2, the round win. Unless he ignies us for 30, which is possible. I feel like he needed that Erland.
To hit the mark, we aim above the mark.
Question is, can he win this if we pass? Probably. But not necessarily in one card. Like he could King Rognar here. How much does Rognar give him? 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 21. That gets him 1 short. Plus, not, 1 short, not even including this stuff. He'll ping a shield off, so we'll take the pass here. We should win this either on even or up a card. Up 2 cards, I mean. Yeah, uneven it is. That's good. So we know he's probably playing Traveling Priestess and Rognar. Interesting combination. So we have battle stations, but only 1 bronze. I think we put battle stations back and stack it with Jan for round 3. I think that's the play here. Now we get these 3 for round 3, and we redraw for 2 bronzes for battle stations.
Tell me what you see. Be specific.
Do we want to Erendite that? I kind of do. I think it's best if we just get rid of that. Does mean we lose the Erendite, but that doesn't give him so many points this round. We should be able to force out the King Rognar. Oh, he's no bronzes in his hand. Mistakes were made. This is on top. Oh, we probably should have played this, just because we know that we have to use it this round. But at 6, it should be safe anyway. The Shield Giver. He's got the King Rognar coming in. Alright, that's a pretty good card. Pretty good. Like, he's not the King Rognar, and we're still gonna win most likely. So I think we just play it safe and pass. Or we can heat wave him and just go for it. Kinda wanna go for it, because we're gonna have to redraw battle stations. I don't like redrawing battle stations. So I think we just do this. Do a little bit of playing around Igni. And I don't... This is King Rognar, it's gonna be nowhere near enough. We're on Sace, that works too. Works as in we still win easily.
You've talked enough.
Going up against Dwarves. You know, Dwarves are kind of similar to what we're playing in a lot of ways. Soldiers, they have engines. I think most of the Dwarves are soldiers. Not that dissimilar. Do we battle stations right away? For double marine? I think we yawn first.
Onwards, sons of Nilfgaard!
That way we know what's on top. And it's going to be a heat wave. No War Council, we didn't draw. Question is, do we take it slow or not? So we could take it slow, or we can go battle stations, double marine. I'm feeling the battle stations, double marine here. But we'll do the second one with a slave driver. Let's keep the other one for our Ramon later. We drew these two, so it means the top card will be the Vilgefortz. We have every gold card in our deck in our hand right now. Not sure how I feel about that. Means we need to get this round over with very quickly, at the least. At the very least, we have to end this round fast. Or he needs to commit hard. One of the two. We're going in here with the volunteers play. Yeah, we are. It's a pretty big tempo play, and it kind of matches our value here. I think we do want to go with light cavalry. It's just going to hit armor, most likely. It's not the most useful card. Yeah, I think he's just going to end up passing here. War Council sees, what, 2 Nausicaa's and a random... 2 Nausicaa's and a Vilgefortz. We don't want to play any of those here. So I think we'll just drop a lock this guy, and just, he's going to pass, and that'll be it. He's not passing. That's interesting. We get 4 a turn, so we get a 40 here. He goes to... I'm considering if we pass here, if it's good. We have ways to kill a Broover. It's really not great if we pass and he wins with 1 card, but how is he going to do that? This gets him to, he goes to 32. We get 4, so we go to 40. We get our 4. I think we can safely... If we pass, we go guaranteed long round 3, right? No, we don't want to pass here. We don't want to. We play this. Then he passes, but we can't just... If we don't play a card there, he can win the round without too much problems. Without too many problems, I should say. And just go on, be fine with his life as a dwarf player. Okay, now it's a little different, because now we've got 3 of these Marines, and this guy. Alright, now we're up enough that I think he has to commit pretty hard if he wants to win. Yeah, now we get the win on even. That's fantastic. He really didn't have to play that Berserker there. Like, the last turn was the break point where I thought he could win without super committing, but he just didn't. Went for it. Obviously he has a Zoltan, but... These 3 we could save for around 3. I think we just keep this. Go Bacala and pressure. And then this picks a 5. I'm feeling this guy. No, I'm feeling this guy. I think we'll give this guy 1 boost just in case they're playing the random Nature's Rebuke and we miss here. Just want to get to a short round 3, I think. There's the lock.
I do not mince words.
Lock's pretty good.
On principle.
We probably should have, if we're being honest here, because we have 4 or 5 vision cards. We probably should have moved up Slave Driver. Just picked it anyway. That way we could get it off of this. Looks like we're not punished for it. Stick this guy over here. We saw the top 3. It was these 2. I think it was this one that was next. We'll infuse this one. Could have infused this last turn, but I'd rather infuse something a little bit bigger. Okay, we're forcing him to do his play here. Do we have the Broover or Monroe? If we get rid of the Broover, we're very happy. Question is, what card do we play right now? Maybe we could play this. Get rid of a dwarf token? That's not bad. If he plays Broover, we pass. So we'll pass here.
Nothing like a dwarf to get you out of a tight spot.
Well, we could pass, or we could Vilgefortz. I think we'll take the Vilgefortz, actually.
An interesting choice.
Well, that is Defender. Interesting. He might have to leader here. Alright, we will just pass here. We go up a card. He's no Broover. Pretty happy with that overall. And then we can just do triple Nausicaa and point slam and see how it is. It is a nice play from him there. It's good value. Won't get value later. We have double last say. We get 3 Nausicaas and an assassination and a this and this. Maybe we want the lock. Oh, and the Erendite, obviously. Question is, do we want to redraw for assassination? Should be the next card we get. I think we do not want to do that. I think we keep this. We can Ramon for Nausicaa, or we can Ramon one of these guys early. Kind of like the idea of Ramoning one of these early. It's a lot less value, but if we can stop things from developing, that'd be good. Though it's not necessarily less value. If it stays alive the whole round, it's actually more value. Just going with the second one here. Work councils, battle preparation. We're out of Igni range. We're out of regular Geralt could get us. But you know, if there's a heat wave, that's fine. I think we just solidly go for a lock here. Guess we should have locked this other one. Or no, we should have locked that one. And that's GG. I mean, we have a Heat Wave and Erendite, another Nausicaa left. There's no way he's recovering. There's not much to say about this deck, now that we're going to talk about it. I mean, I guess the thing you can talk about is the Yonkel weight and the tactics versus more soldiers. I really like the Yonkel weight and the tactics. I think Yonkel weight, in particular with Marine, because you're going to play Yon with Marine, so you know what's on top of your deck to pick. I think it's super strong. Like, the Marines can be kind of insane. Like, remember, it's kind of like, what's the monsters card? Witch Apprentice, that's what it is. The Witch Apprentice getting 2 a turn is obviously, they get kind of crazy if they have multiple Witch Apprentices. This is similar, gets 2 a turn, it's fine, but it's easier to set up with Yon than having Sabbath, so it's amazing. It's really good value. And then I think spamming the Marines actually kind of better than the Light Cavalry. I'm not even sure about the Light Cavalry. They did okay. I guess it's a substitute for the Marines if you don't draw them. So that's something. But overall, I think with the tactics, I really like the soldiers with the tactics and the Marines. I think it's really good. It gives you more engine round 1. The thing with soldiers before is you had good engines, but they're all like damage engines, right? You'd like spam light cavalry, you'd spam heavy cavalry. Sometimes you'd like make one with Crystal Skull, give it Veil, and then you'd play crossbowmen. It's all like damage pings, which is how you get your value. But I think just getting points is better in this case because you get so many points. I think it's quite good. Let's go with that. Assassination is an interesting one. I think we should talk about some of the cards we didn't include. Crossbowman. Could be a crossbow. I'm not sure how much value the assassination really found. And there were a lot of times we ended up with 2 Nausicaa's, or a Nausicaa we didn't want to play. So I guess I could see the argument for only playing 1 Nausicaa. So I guess we could cut Assassination and Nausicaa. Put in an 8 provision card, right? Like we can go like this. I can't put an 8 in code 7. I mean, you always cut the second cavalry too, right? Like you can go like this and 2 4s. If you want to, you could put in a heavy cavalry here just to put on the Crystal Skull. If you happen to draw it early, would be really good. Other than that, you can put in 2 4s. Like there's a lot of 4s. Battle preparation itself is actually pretty good if you're playing things that have barricade. So that's a nice card to include. Why are we in the faction? Cycle cards would be in faction Nilfgaard, not cycle. Okay, yeah. So like you can include Slave Driver. Just going down, looking at the options here. You can include Slave Driver. You can go Buhurt, False Siri if you wanted, although I'm not the biggest fan. I should change the title to Siri's biggest fan every time I say that. And then we have also, I'm thinking of, where is... There's Heavy Cavalry. Like, Heavy Cavalry's not bad either. Heavy Cavalry, Slave Infantry are options. Battle Preparation's an option. And you can always use a Purify. We don't have a Purify in the deck, which I'm not too sure about. Maybe we need one. You could go, like, Peller maybe for that. I don't think we need it, but it would be helpful. Like, we have Heatwave and Vilgefortz for removal, but you need them both if they're putting something behind. Like, for example, Sigvald behind a defender, you can't really answer unless you have both of those cards. Or your Erendite's super big, and you can kill the defender. Just like stuff like that is where Purify is really useful. And obviously if they're locking all your Marines, especially in a mirror match, the Purify is quite good too. But yeah, I don't know about the mirror match. Mirror match is something wild. You can put 2 4s and then play an 8. What's the best? I mean, you can always play... You always find another provision too if you wanted to play Anna Henrietta. She's just pretty good. I mean, you can always play Traherne. I've seen people playing Traherne. If you like, Traherne's that, oh look, I won the game RNG type of card everyone likes so much. But yeah, you can get some more provisions by changing these cards out, the ones we removed, but I think we'll keep it how it is for now. But overall, I do like the deck. I think it's quite good. I actually think it's really, really good. And hopefully you guys enjoy watching, and we'll see you in the next one. That'll be it for this one, guys. Hope you enjoyed. We'll see you next time. Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more. And you can check out some more videos over here. And thanks for watching.